How's it going, everyone? Parth with ATL JDM here to show off another one of our imports. Today we're looking at something pretty awesome. Come on. Oh. We're looking at a 1997 Honda Orthia. So some of you may know I've been trying to hoard as many Honda Orthia as possible, all of them if I can. And the reason why this one's a little more special is because it is a factory manual, which even the day I bought this car, which was months ago, I've yet to see another one pop up anywhere. So again, the used car market's crazy. People are probably still driving these cars over there because new car manufacturers aren't making cars, which is why used cars are really expensive. It does feel really nice to shift in this car. After the first Orthia, I was like, man, I really want to use a third pedal and I can't, which again was nice. Went to a mail carrier. You obviously don't want a manual car for a mail carrier. B-series engines again aren't the fastest or peppiest, as me and Dakota found out today. I did have the customer come and check this thing out. It wasn't a custom order, but again, when he saw it, he liked it, left a deposit, so he reserved it for himself. He lives close by, so I let him come test it out. And aside from it being slow, pretty good car. Mechanically, drives well. AC is ice cold. It's already been R134 because it's a 97. But it is ugly, so we'll go over all of that in the walk around. The mechanical side is great. Everything runs great. I think the rotors need to be turned. The exhaust definitely needs to be louder. But you know, internally everything runs great. It runs like a Honda. Like Rick had bought this one Civic for like 500 bucks, man. It was a stick shift, like 99 Civic. Looked like a piece of shit, and I ended up driving that car for like 6 months because of it was just a solid, you know, Honda stick shift. Basically same car as this. But basically the whole history behind this car was, I did see it at auction. I saw it was a factory manual. It was actually a B18B, not a B20, like most of the other Orthias we've gotten in or have coming in. And I knew it was going to be a project. You'll see there's cosmetic stuff. It's like 50 shades of pink. That's why when people tell me, they're like, oh, I saw that, you know, on the auction sheet this car just got repainted. I was like, yeah, dude, you don't want repainted cars from Japan. Phenomenal mechanics. When it comes to body detail, stuff like that, don't worry about it. Do it here. It's better. We have more space for better facilities for people to actually like do really good jobs. Over there, they're kind of working with what they got. So again, the paint's kind of crappy. Again, I bought it because it was a factory manual Orthia. I wanted to do everything myself and then just talk myself into keeping it afterward. But once Dakota, again, good friend of ours, always at caffeine with us. He drives a Laurel, badass car. He told me he wanted it, so I was like, all right, man, well, here's what is wrong with it. Do you want the price after I do everything, or do you want, you know, a discounted rate and you do it yourself? Because, you know, he's mechanically inclined and he's got probably the same amount of hookups as I do. So I ended up agreeing to, you know, a price. I told him everything that was wrong with it, which again, going down the list, just rambling. The paint, the two speaker covers on the driver's side and passenger side are completely ripped out, and those are unobtainium. I spent 2 months while this was on a boat getting here trying to find those parts, and they don't exist anymore. Some of the carpeting on the door panels just falling out. You know, again, 25-year-old car, same thing he said today. He was like, dude, you gotta expect that stuff, but if it runs and drives, you ain't got nothing really to worry about. What was the other thing that was so hot about this car? I think that was it. It was really just the paint. And again, it's just like, because it's not pink, but it's not red, but it's not magenta, but it's not wine either. It's just like all the above. Oh, and this one is also a front-wheel drive. So 4-cylinder, 1.8 liter, you know, B18B, but front wheel drive. So not like all wheel drive like the other one we had. Most of, you know, CRVs and stuff like that are front wheel drive nowadays anyways, but this is basically, like I said in the other video for the Orthia, a smushed CRV. But aside from that, I mean, it drives really well. Like maybe some new tires. Aside from that, it's just, again, whatever. I know Dakota's got a long list of stuff he wants to do to it, but the main part is the engine runs great, the car drives great, the air works very well, and aside from the few cosmetic stuff that, you know, either he can do or I can help him do, or he can do together, whatever. It's gonna be a nice looking car once he gets done with it, finished with it. What really irritates me is I just did the Land Cruiser video and literally was baking in the sun and couldn't even see in my phone because of how bright it was, and now it's just perfect. And I don't know, I just felt like I had to be butthurt about that for a second. So before, again, like I said, this is the ugliest part of the car. If you skipped all the driving and stuff and just jumped to the walk around, I did have a lot of ideas and stuff I was going to do to this car before Dakota told me he wanted it. I ended up getting something else which is a little more fun, which is going to be my project car, but I'll talk about that later. This one though, again, I mean, everything, I'm kind of pumped because he saw it for the first time today. I told him some things I was going to do. He told me everything he already had planned out, talking to this guy, doing this, that, and the other, and I'm all around excited. But we'll go over the cosmetics of it. We know it drives well. It's a Honda with a B18, but let's do a quick little lap around it. Again, there's red, there's pink, there's wine, there's pink, wine red, and magenta, and it's just not the prettiest of paint jobs. And again, that's just something that happens in Japan. They just cannot do they cannot do cosmetic stuff. I don't know why, but they just can't. And that's why, you know, I get so many people that are like, will you look at this auction report or tell me what you think about this car? And I'm just like, I can't, because I can't see it in person. And even when my guys saw it in person, they said, you know, Parson, this is a pretty fucking ugly car paint wise. But they checked, you know, mechanically, and aside from the annoying audio system, which we'll look at in just a moment, I mean, it's a pretty turd. And I know that Dakota's going to make it look real nice. So again, I'm just doing laps just to show you, like, oh, it says it got painted in Japan. Like, this is pretty much what you're looking at, and it's not good. It's like some poor Japanese teenager was trying to make like a cool JDM car. And this is the end product. I swear to God, they removed both of the driver and passenger door and just painted them separately from the rest of the car because it's pinker than anything else. So, you know, again, going over the cosmetics, we've already acknowledged the paint. The original plastic pieces for the, you know, roof rack or whatever was there originally is gone. Probably because before they sold it, they took off what was on there. Kind of difficult to find something like that here because we never had something like this, but I think old Volvo wagon or something, we're going to find something to make it fit. It's going to be pretty cool. I think Dakota's going to put a roof rack on there. One big cosmetic thing is this little bubble right here in the paint. No bueno. You do have a little bit of, where is it at? Right here, sorry. A little scratch right here on the passenger rear door. I don't think they're the prettiest of wheels. They do have some curb rash on all four, but you do have some aftermarket wheels. Not even gonna try to fucking pronounce that. And the plastics, again, they look like they were painted in Japan before they came. Just got some minor stuff, you know, stuff that was painted over. Some small damages in the plastic. And again, just, you know, the plastic trim pieces. Again, it's just like the CRV. They actually tried to paint over this one. Oh man, the things they do at auction. Same thing though, I mean, in the CRV, they're exponentially worse than this car. Really, it's just that little bubble right there, some of the scratches and the paint, but Dakota's gonna have it repainted anyways. I think he said he was gonna do the original blue, which once I open the bonnet, you'll be able to see the original color, just like the first Orthia we had in, same color, but it's 50 shades of pink now. Again, the front too, I didn't go over some of these little dings, nicks in the plastic, something, again, it looks like it was painted, so just painting over damage. They just like to try to erase things like that over there, I guess. Now the second biggest thing of the car are going to be the door panels, speakers. Again, oh, I didn't even show you guys this, my bad. I just saw this actually, chip in the paint. Right above that scratch too, so I'm blind as a bat. Did have the jump box because I kind of goofed and thought I needed a new battery, but it was just a terminal that was loose, so I'm just retarded. This right here is the biggest part that sucks. Now this whole piece, I can order this whole piece, this whole door panel from Japan. It will not come with this, and this is discontinued, so I don't understand. And it's not like a part number that, you know, I can't think of the terminology for it. I'm brain farting, it's the heat. It's not a part number that just grew to something better or something that was well or better fitted for all make and models or later years, but can't get that plastic piece. I'm gonna try and 3D print it maybe with my buddy for Dakota, but I think he's beyond that and has just already made plans to replace them. Again, these are probably the original speakers or original aftermarket speakers. No, they're definitely aftermarket. They look like shit though, so they need to be changed anyways. Other side is probably worse, and again, like I was saying, the kind of coming out worse on the other side. Let's check it out. Rear. Yeah, so it's kind of all around. This one don't look that bad. Again, 25-year-old car, you know. That's all stuff that we can fix quite easily here. See, this one's just kind of, that's not, it's still, the adhesive is still stuck, so it's just not staying in there. But yeah, so this one is just like not good compared to the other one. They just cut it out, like they literally just, and again, it's got to be the previous seller just getting whatever he had in here, but still, I just don't understand why you would just do that. And again, if I buy this whole door panel, the whole door panel is going to come, and it's not going to come with that cover, so it's just defeating the purpose. Aftermarket steering wheel, again, the seats in that really nice 90s pattern, all in good condition, all with really good foam. It's like they don't even sit in the seats. I don't know why. They always come in so nice, but I'm not complaining. I like that. All the original mats. You got the trunk shade thing. Headliner's in really good condition as well. I did yell at my detail guy about the last car, which was the Land Cruiser. I was like, yo, dude. And the cup holder. Which, speaking of cup holders and obnoxious radios, you do have a pop-out DVD, HDD, CD player, which that part is down here. Let's see if I can do this with the Osmo. There we go. So you load all your stuff here. Cup holders. You do have the cool Orthia cup holders. Oh. But they don't pop open because they disengage that because it hits the awesome DVD player with such an awesome, cool DVD inside, which almost made my ears bleed when I first turned it on. 107,363 kilometers. I think that was like 60-something thousand miles. So super low miles. The biggest thing Dakota was concerned about was AC, which again, I'm already needing it myself. Hadn't had AC in a car in a while, and this one today, he tested it and works just fine. Other than that, do this. Go ahead and turn it on. Let me get the key. Turned right on. Air's blowing nice and cold. Whew. I just want to show you guys the this is what I turn the car on after jumping the battery when it gets to my house. And it's just, this is what just starts blaring. Oh, it's not the home menu. That's not fun. Me and Dakota were checking out what tunes to listen to while we were driving it around or taking it for a test drive. Go away. How do I go back to the home page? It's like 2012 best hit, like, music video stuff. That's, I don't even know half of these songs, but Chris Brown, Madonna, Flo Rida, Nicki Minaj, unfortunately, Pitbull. See, like, no Jennifer Lopez. Oh, there's more. I hope we don't get like copyright infringement for this. That's why I have the volume down, but it's actually really annoying. That can easily be changed though, again, just poking fun. The cigarette lighter does work. Ashtray doesn't look like it's been used much or at all. Most of these Orthias have like the no smoking sticker on there. That's why I think it's funny. Alright, let's go check out this. First thing that needs to change is, this is a legit fart can, like fart can. Okay. So this side. So, forgot to mention, it is on coilovers. I'm not sure what brand they are, but it does have aftermarket coilovers. It is a Type GX, which I guess that's just the trim. Again, I don't see a chassis plate, but VIN's etched in right there, and this is what I guess this is what I got. I've seen them on some cars, not all of them. You can see this is the blue, the original color. Already, since it's 97, it's a factory R134, so you're good to go on AC. Any future issues you may have, but really clean engine bay. Really good sounding motor. Again, I've been driving the car. Rides out really well. I mean, it's just a Honda. And that's it. Again, really excited for Dakota. Can't wait for him to park it up next to our booth at Caffeine every month, or the Laurel, whichever one. Both are going to be awesome cars. This one is going to need some work, but he knew that going into it. We both did, so. But we'll see y'all on the next one. It should be a weird little Daihatsu Terios or Flavian in Japan doing something. We'll talk to you guys soon.